Hey, this is Andrew Brown from Exam Pro, and this fall along we're going to learn about managed identities or system managed identities so that we don't have to pass credentials or hard code them into our virtual machines or other environments. So what we're going to do is launch ourselves a new virtual machine. This is going to be a Windows server. So go ahead and hit create. We'll create a new virtual machine. And from here we'll say create new. I'm going to say my managed identity, or I'll just say ID so I don't have to spell the whole word. And we'll just say my managed ID. And from here, Central US is fine, the zones are fine, but we're not going to use Ubuntu. We're going to hit see all images. And from here, we'll choose Windows 10. There's a lot of options here. So I want Windows 10 Pro. It's a bit hard to decide, so I'll go Gen 2 21H2. Hopefully, you'll be okay doing this as well. It's using standard B2S 46, so just make sure you're not overspending, so that should be fine. I think we need at least a B2S to run this, but we're not going to keep it around for very long. For the username, I'm going to go admin user, and for the password, capital T, testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Or I'm going to do that again. Capital T, testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, exclamation mark, just because of the requirements. It's such a pain. That's what I always do in these follow-alongs. And we're going to use RDP to connect to it because we do have to remote into it. We'll just say I confirm. We'll hit review create. Of course, we don't actually have a license, but we'll be okay because we're not doing anything too serious. And we'll give it a moment here. And we'll hit create. So that is going to create. While that is going, I'm going to, well, actually, we have to wait a little bit. But we'll make our way over to the resource group because this is where we're going to be adding an IAM policy at some point. So if we go over to IAM over here, and we'll actually wait for this to provision. So this takes quite a few minutes. So I'll see you back in maybe 5-10 minutes because we are launching a Windows server. They just take longer. So after waiting, 5 to 10 minutes, the environment is ready. So we'll go ahead and go to that resource, and we're going to want to go connect and choose RDP. This is going to be Remote Desktop Protocol. I believe that's what it stands for. If it doesn't, not a big deal. Just know it's called RDP. And so we'll have an RDP file. We'll double click it. We'll hit connect. This is going to open up the remote desktop client. And so we will type in admin user and then capital T testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If you're on a Mac, you're like, how do I do this? Well, it is in the Mac store. Just type in remote desktop. Hit open here. I'll just show you what I mean. Over here, we do RDP Mac. You can see that it's free to download. So it's just you download that and you can open those RDP files. So we are just waiting for this to spin up. This takes a little bit of time, so just give it a few minutes. All right, so after waiting a little while, the environment is ready. So hopefully you can see what is going on here. And so what we want to do is open up PowerShell. So we'll type in PowerShell here, and we will right-click and run as administrator. This does have an outbound connection to the internet, so I know that we are okay for our connection. And then this is where you'll need to install Azure modules because it's not pre-installed, and this part really sucks because we have to wait a lot more again. So I hope you like waiting a lot. But anyway, what we'll do is right-click this properties here, and we will bump this up because this font is super, super small. And we will type in install module AZ, and that will install all the commandlets for Azure, and we'll wait for some prompts. The prompts are a bit finicky. Hopefully we can just do A for all, but you might have to hit yes a couple times. But this part is just so slow. There we go. So notice it doesn't let me say all. We'll just say Y. And I know that it's going to prompt us again, so we'll just wait a little bit here. The progress will show up at the top. It's kind of glitchy. Yeah, so now we'll do A for all. And so now we just wait a long time. Now it seems like it's not doing anything, but you will eventually see something appear up at the top here that shows you that there's progress, but you just have to be very patient. Yeah, so it'll look like that. I'm just showing you what it looks like, and I'm going to go back and pause till this is all done because it takes forever. All right, so I think it's done. It's sometimes hard to tell because it'll just kind of like blank out here. And it's not doing anything, so I'm not 100% sure. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to see if I can just open it twice. This is just the PowerShell experience, right? And to test this, we'll just do a connect and see if it works. So I'm going to do connect I just don't want to close the old one if it's actually still doing something. Connect account, identity. And so if this prompts us with something, then we know that it's working correctly. So identity not found. And that's fine. So the thing is, if we just did this, it would actually prompt us to log in. So see, it's prompting us to log in with Microsoft. So this worked. But we need to actually connect an identity to this virtual machine. So that's what we're going to do. So we'll minimize this. We'll go back over here. So go into your the resource group that we had before under IAM, and we're going to add a new role assignment. And from here, we will choose contributor because that will give us enough access for stuff. We'll choose managed identity, and we will choose system identity. No, that's not what I want, because it should show the virtual machine here. Maybe it's because we opened this before it was done creating, so that's why it's not showing up. So we'll try this one more time. We'll go to contributor because it should show the virtual machine, managed identity, select. And I want to see the virtual machine. Weird. So I'll click way out. I'll go back in. I'll go to IAM again. We'll go to, oh, you know what? We launched this virtual machine. We forgot to checkbox something. So when you launch the virtual machine, you're supposed to checkbox manage system identities here. So this would be, where would it be? I only ever do it through the setup. I never ever have to retroactively do it. Oh, what a pain. Identity maybe? System managed. So we'll just say on and we'll save it. Grant permissions. Do you want to enable a system managed entity? Yes. But normally when you do the virtual machine, hold on here. We'll just go pretend like we're setting up a new one. We're not actually going to set one up, but when you are setting it up, and we go over to advanced, management, we would checkbox it on here. But that's not what we did. So we forgot to do that, but we turned it on here. So hopefully it works without us having to restart the image. If we go to role assignments over here, I mean, that's just another way of getting to this page. So it doesn't really matter for the resource group. What we'll do is go back to our resource group. We will find it here. And we will go to IAM. And we will add a role assignment. And we will add contributor. We will go next. We will say manage identity. We will select. We will go to virtual machine. We will select this one. We'll hit select. We'll review and assign. We'll review and assign. And then it will assign us contributor access. So now we should be able to connect our identity and then also get access to some stuff. Because what we really want is to do get AZ, like to just show that we can get anything. Because right now if we do this, get AZ subscription, we're not connected in any way. So we'll go here and we'll do identity. Fingers crossed that it just works. Yes, it does. That was nice that we didn't have to restart the machine. And so now if we do get AZ subscription, it should work. So I don't see it working. Did I type it wrong? The term is not recognized. Oh, I must have typed it wrong. Subscription here. I just gave the subscription. So if we were not authenticated, that would not work. And so it does work now. So we are pretty much all done here. Well, I mean, we could probably list out some resources just to make sure this is working properly. So maybe go get AZ resource like that. There. So list some resources, and it's only listing what's in the resource group because that's all it has permissions to. It's not going to show things outside of that because that's the scope when we did it at the resource group, and that's why we went at the IAM level there. So we are all done. We will go ahead and close this out. Okay. We will make our way back to our resource group. We're already on it. We'll go ahead and delete this resource group. Say delete. And there you go.